Hello and welcome back to Springdale District News. I'm Sabrina Terrell, and on today's show, we'll take a look at how the Springdale District is ensuring safety in the schools through security systems, as well as how 3 students in Northwest Arkansas are taking their student-led theater program to the next level. As promised, we'll also share more Valentine's Day tips for how to ensure a successful date night. Today's Wednesday, February 6th, and Springdale District News starts now. Our top story. With the second semester in full swing, the district is increasing security in the schools. Springdale District News went to Jones Elementary to learn how students now feel safer in their learning environment. We go to Hunter, Maine for more info.
Yes?
In light of recent events, the Springdale School District is upping the security in schools. Harvey Jones Elementary is the first of many to have these features installed.
More safe because certain people have keys and they have to have sort of permission to get into the school.
With safety being a top priority at any school in Springdale, this is just one more safety measure to make sure the school is a safe learning environment for students and teachers.
It's important for us to, keep the kids safe, because if kids aren't feeling safe, then this will not be a good place for them to come and learn. So anything that we can put in place to make our kids and our teachers feel safe is going to optimize the learning environment of our school.
This year, teachers have been asked to keep their doors locked at all times, along with extensive practicing of lockdown drills, making sure plans are effective in the case of an emergency.
No one can just get in. They have to knock before getting in our classroom.
According to Melissa Fink, the system has been greatly beneficial. When people in the front office get busy, it can become hard for staff to watch the doors. And now they are able to make sure there is no one in the building that is not supposed to be.
It's great. It's a huge safety benefit for our kids. And not only do I work here, I'm a mom, and my child goes to school here, and I just feel like it's really a huge benefit for her too, and for all the kids at Jones.
Having the new system in play has brought a new sense of security to teachers, students, and parents. For SBS TV, I'm Hunter, Maine.
Thanks, Hunter. Security systems are already completely installed in 5 schools around the district, and 5 more schools are in the process. Now it's time for news around the district. Har-ber's East program will be collecting Change for Change to benefit the American Cancer Society on Tuesday, February 12th at the Springdale vs. Har-ber basketball game. The East program is teaming up with coaches from both schools to support the fight of Coaches vs. Cancer. Congratulations to the Springdale and Har-ber High School theater students who recently traveled to Alma for the Arkansas Annual Thespian Festival competition. The students' hard work and preparation for the competition paid off in the end, as 6 out of the 11 Springdale High students qualified for the national competition, which will be held in Lincoln, Nebraska in late June. There are over 600 students competing in the event. Award-winning young adult author Matt De La Pena from New York University recently visited Southwest Junior High School to encourage and motivate students to deal with adversity. We go to Grace Martin for more information on De La Pena's visit.
On January 24th, Southwest Junior High welcomed Matt De La Pena, a popular young adult author. De La Pena is on staff at New York University and came to Northwest Arkansas to inspire students to persevere in their education.
Well, he inspired me to keep pushing, and if college isn't in your range, just keep on trying for college. And if there's tough times, just go for it. Don't back down out of it because you think it's too tough for you.
University of Arkansas is who brought me out here, and I think it's great that they actually took me into a couple schools. So I'm here for the diversity, the Martin Luther King celebration. I'm talking about diversity in literature.
Speaking to students was not the reason De La Pena became a writer, but he certainly takes advantage of the opportunity to inspire young people.
I think being a writer, you never, when I was trying to become an author, I never realized that I would meet kids. And I think that's one of the coolest parts of the job is going around to different schools all over the country, places I never would have gone otherwise, and meeting kids who are just going through the system and figuring out who they're going to be. And you hope that, they hear the message. The biggest thing for me is that they hear about my late start in education, and hopefully some of the kids that are struggling now don't think that it's over for them, that they can kind of regroup, especially when they get to high school. So, you hope that a couple of them really, really hear you. Some of them hopefully were had fun, but hopefully a few of them really heard me.
Growing up in a mixed-race family allows De La Pena to understand and communicate better with students undergoing issues that deal with race and diversity.
I was surprised that first I didn't know what book he wrote until they said Mexican white boy, and I thought, oh, it's that guy, and it made me feel like, oh, so now we're having more people, more known with Mexican Americans come here and speak with us.
De La Pena encouraged students to take up an interest in reading. He shared his experience with being a reluctant reader as a child to show how finding a book you genuinely connect with can change everything.
As a student here at Southwest when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of books that I could connect with either, and so I wish I had a Matt De La Pena author that would have connected with me when I was in junior high, but I didn't. So it was well after school before I began to pick up books and really enjoy them and appreciate them. That's okay, and having students understand that that's okay. As long as they still continue to read books in their lifetime, one day they'll find a book that they can really connect with. And that's what I thought was really a powerful message, that hopefully someone will point out to them. Maybe they'll come across it by accident like I did when I was out of school one day and found an author that really connected with me. So that's one of those messages I want the students to take away from. It's okay if you're not an avid reader at this point, just don't stop reading.
De La Pena gears his books towards young adults so that he can communicate the bigger issues of life to them.
I teach a course on young adult literature at the university, and a lot of times people, I think, underestimate the value and the depth of young adult literature. And I think Matt's an author who explores some really big ideas, and he asks really big questions in his books. And so to have an opportunity to have him here and to show people what young adult authors are doing, what young adult books is doing, is really exciting.
While here in Northwest Arkansas, De La Pena went on to speak at a few other area schools. He continues to write books in order to reach out to struggling students.
Thanks, Grace. De La Pena encourages students to read more and expresses the overall message of perseverance through hard times in his writing. For more information about the author, visit www.mattdelapena.com. Coming up after the break, we'll see how several local community leaders are making a difference in NWA.
In today's world, it's tough to stand out from the crowd. That's why I'm earning a graduate degree from Pittsburgh State University. My professors understand the demands of today's workplace. Pitt State's online and evening courses allow me to schedule my classes around my life. And I love the Guerrilla Advantage program because I'm able to attend school at in-state tuition rates.
It's your career. Take control of it. Big dreams, big ideas, big careers start at Pittsburgh State University.
Welcome back. Recently, 3 student actors from high schools around the area came up with an idea to showcase their talents. Spoiler alert, they founded their own theater group, and it's completely student-led. Lloyd Jenkins has more info now.
Theater can be used as an escape and a way to express yourself.
I'd love to and all, but you see, I'm kind of in rehab. Like, for me personally, theater, I used to be really, really shy. And I think theater has branched out for me so I can be not as shy and works on my articulation. And it has changed, I think, my personality a lot, and my friends, and just the way I view life now.
But in this case, theater is being used to empower thousands of teenagers in Northwest Arkansas with the help of only 3 local high school students.
We like that because we're not little kids anymore, but we're definitely not adults. So it's just kind of this middle ground where we liked the company coming from.
Founder of new Threshold Theater and Fayetteville High School sophomore Coleman Clark had an idea and a mission in mind to engage the youth audience and start a theater where students were in charge.
Well, we started thinking about the idea in October, I think, and that was when we were just kind of keeping it between ourselves and just trying to kind of figure out the company and figure out what we wanted to be. And then we went live, is what we called it, on November 15th, I think. But sometime in November, we basically started getting on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all that fun stuff, and telling people about our theater company and trying to get our name out there. And very shortly after that, we started rehearsals for our first show, the Iliad, the Odyssey, and all Greek mythology in 99 minutes or less, which opened on January 10th and closed on January 12th.
For SBS TV, I'm Drew Jenkins.
Thanks, Drew. To learn more about New Threshold Theater, including information about future shows, visit www.newthresholdtheater.com. Switching gears now, we'll take a look at the change one local Springdale man is making to help stimulate his community. At Warehouse 54, the main focus is putting life back into downtown Emma Street. We go to Andrew Onstad for more information.
What do the spirit of ingenuity, a hammer, and some nails all have in common? Meet Tim Ferris, the owner of Warehouse 54. Tim first opened up the warehouse back in June of 2012 at an old Jones Truck Line loading dock. Tim has recently moved to Emma for a more upfront and easier location for customers. So Tim, what is Warehouse 54?
Warehouse 54 is a vintage and antique warehouse. We focus on locally made product that comes from these hills. So it's got to be between Joplin, Missouri and Fort Smith, Arkansas, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Harrison, Arkansas. So if you're within that block and you find or make your product locally, we're the market that you sell your stuff.
Tim first came up with the name Warehouse 54 from when the old Jones Truck Line was first opened in 1954. Tim has already refurbished one store on Emma and is now refurbishing another, showing off the building's original 20th century glory. Alright, so then let's go check out this upstairs part. You want to lead the way?
Yep.
Let's see here. So what are some of your ideas for coming up here?
This will be the last part of the project, but this becomes this kind of shared space, a communal space, where maybe an office area up in the front, a little hangout space for our artisans so that there's a window there they can watch the market, and then back up over here, kind of this like a conference area where people can conduct business. The plan here is to have a sense of community. We want, I'm going to grow some vine up the wall, hang some bistro lights, hopefully set a food truck here and some tables. So it's just a place to hang out, a place to gather.
What gave you the inspiration to make all this?
That's a good one. I think it's just what we knew. It's a business that we were fairly successful in. We had the inventory. It was fairly accessible at that point, even though it's becoming more difficult to get our hands on. But it was probably just the ease of the way it developed would be the reasoning for it. I'm a business mind, so business minds can work in any angle, but we kind of had the inventory available to us. So.
Why here in downtown Springdale? Why not in Fayetteville or in Bentonville?
My answer to that is why not? If you look at all the other downtowns and you look at, take your top 3 or 4 items for what you want from a downtown. Springdale already has those set here. The thing is, we just don't expose them. We have a great hospital facility. We've got the Art Center of the Ozarks, which is one of the best in Northwest Arkansas. You've got the train here. You've got the Shiloh Museum, which is the history here. You've got the Jones Center, which is a great facility and still continues to be. So everything that you would want or need or could possibly expect is in downtown Springdale. If you go to every other one of these downtowns, they're not going to have all of that. They may have 1 or 2 of those pieces, but they're not going to have every single one of those pieces all in one.
Tim plans to soon open up shops all along Emma.
The future plans for Warehouse 54 is a full-on street takeover. We would like to have stuff in all of these buildings. So we're taking it in baby steps, one building at a time. Our focus behind the scenes is completing demo and resetting buildings so that they're functional again. The way the buildings are set now, they just need some work in it. So it's a roll up your sleeves kind of deal, knock the walls out, just get to work. We're doing the groundwork so that people can follow behind us and put businesses in to really cool spaces.
I'm Andrew Onstad.
And I'm Tim Ferris.
And this is the new face of Springdale.
Thanks, Andrew. Tim Ferris's new studio shop will be opening up to the public on February 8th. With the renovation of Warehouse 54 and the Spring Creek Park Plan benefiting the historical Springdale area, downtown Emma Street is slowly being rebuilt. The final Spring Creek Park Plan will include all of the downtown district bound by Huntsville Avenue, Pleasant Street, Watson Avenue, and Old Missouri Road. The plan would be a 10-year project to be completed in phases with the main goal to be making the square a more appealing venue. Coming up after the break, we kick off our second Pet of the Week segment with an adorable cat named Holly from the Springdale Animal Shelter. And after that, we take a look at what's coming up in Springdale today.
True to its Christian heritage, Ozarks prepares those who seek to live life fully, those who seek the richness of life provided by the study of liberal arts and the quality of life provided by professional preparation. We provide a uniquely supportive, academically sophisticated, and challenging environment on a beautiful campus adjacent to the Ozark Mountains. Our first priority is the education of students who come to us from diverse backgrounds. The University of the Ozarks.
Welcome back. This week we teamed up with the local animal shelter to meet our feline friend, Holly. Take a look. Hey guys, today we're on location at the Springdale Animal Shelter, and here we have Holly. Can you tell us a little bit about her?
Yeah, Holly is around 2 years old. She has been here for quite a long time. She actually came in at the beginning of November and could really use the upgrade to family living instead of kennel life. She's a very, very sweet cat. She's pretty playful for her. She's not an old cat by any means, but she doesn't have the kitten crazy energy, but she still has enough spunk to want to run around the house and play when she feels so moved. I think she'd make an excellent pet for just about anybody. She's actually a very small cat too. I mean, she's probably under 10 pounds. She's little, but we really like her, and we're just hoping that she gets adopted soon. So if you guys are interested, stop on down by the shelter.
And does she have her shots?
She has been vaccinated, and she will have a rabies vaccine before she goes home.
Okay, do you know if she's like potty trained?
I mean, she uses her litter box at the shelter. I don't foresee why she would have a problem doing that at home, but she's pretty used to it.
Okay, and you said she hasn't been declawed, right?
She has not been declawed. She still has all of her talons, and she has not been spayed yet, but she will be again before she goes home. So
there you have it. Come in and visit Holly this week. With preparation for Valentine's Day in full effect, SDN is bringing you the real scoop on what to get your significant other. And now, SDN brings you the real scoop on what to get your significant other for Valentine's Day.
For Valentine's Day, I want a movie night with all my friends.
For Valentine's Day, I want to be taken to the park for a romantic date with the boyfriend.
For Valentine's Day, I just want chocolate.
For Valentine's Day, I want a date night.
For Valentine's Day, I want tickets to a Walk Off the Earth concert.
I would like a big stuffed teddy bear so I can use it as a punching bag.
For Valentine's Day, I want a box full of Valentine's cards, some of those little candy hearts, and some chocolate-covered strawberries.
Use those tips to guarantee your Valentine's Day is a hit. Coming up after the break, we'll see what's going on in Springdale today, Bulldog TV, and HBWN.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
When I grow up, I want to be a music teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a counselor.
When I grow up, I want to be a future NBA player.
The Springdale Schools, dedicated to our students, dedicated to our community, and dedicated to excellence. The Springdale Schools, building future leaders.
Thank you.
Welcome back. This week in Springdale Today is part 2 of their weekly leadership segment. And this week, the future community partner is Dawn Gibson, who is Chief Executive President of Legacy Bank. Take a look.
I love Northwest Arkansas. I'm interested in the advancement of the economy for everybody in this market to bring jobs and opportunity and all that. I have children here, I have grandchildren here, so I'm interested in the future. And I'd like to be a part of the group that leads the community to a better future for my family and for the families that look to Northwest Arkansas to be their home.
Tune in Wednesdays at 7 to see more of Springdale Today. And don't forget that if you do miss an episode, you can always catch up on Springdale Today on our YouTube page. Also on our YouTube and other social media pages is Springdale High School's Bulldog TV. Let's take a look at what's going on in their weekly show this week.
Thanks, Sabrina. This week on Bulldog TV, we'll be going inside Miss Childress' class, hitting up the SHS Bulldogs about National Flirting Week, and hear from our awesome swim team as they make their way to state. Make sure to check us out.
Thanks, Springdale. Also producing an award-winning weekly news show is Springdale's crosstown rival, Har-ber High School. With Har-ber Wildcat News airing every Tuesday, let's take a look at what's coming up in their next show.
Thank you, Sabrina. On HBWN, we bring you a familiar voice that you might recognize from our home state. The voice of the Razorbacks has a name, so tune in today to find out who it is. Plus, we'll bring you everything from cute and furry animals to a cop that has made a difference and impacted lives in our district. Not to mention how our Wildcats show off our maids of honor at our winter homecoming assembly. Well, that wraps it up. Make sure to watch HBWN. Back to you, Sabrina.
Thanks, Har-ber. To watch more HBWN, visit our YouTube page. That's all from us today. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday at the same time to see the very first of 5 Spring Break How-To shows. Once again, I'm Sabrina Terrell, and thanks for watching Springdale District News.